You see Bungie put out a response for their layoffs and stuff called Our Path Forward on their news page. It was a nothing burger. I did not see that. Let me see. Our Path Forward. Oh, this was last week. This has been one of the most difficult weeks in our studio's history as we've parted ways with people we respect and admire. We've spent this week supporting one another, including those who are at the studio, as well as friends and colleagues who no longer are. We want to acknowledge the feedback and concerns you have about Lightfall in recent seasons, as well as your response to the reveal of the final shape. We know we have lost a lot of your trust. Destiny needs to surprise and delight. We haven't done this enough, and that's going to change. It doesn't really need to surprise, to be honest. The whole, like, subverting expectations shit, catching people off guard, you don't need that. Just make the game better. Just do a better job of making the game good. You don't have to surprise us. I mean, I guess it would be surprising if they actually did put effort into it, but I wouldn't say it's like a prerequisite. The path forward is clear. We need to make the final shape an unforgettable Destiny experience. We want to build something that will be regarded alongside the best games we've ever made. A fitting culmination that honors the journey we've been on together for the past 10 years. Forsaken the Witch Queen and the Taken King, these are the standard bearers we aim to live up to. We are intensely focused on exceeding your expectations for the final shape. Destiny 2 has more than 650 dedicated teammates pouring all their energy and expertise into delivering this epic moment and its subsequent episodes. In the weeks ahead, you'll be hearing more from us about what's next on the short-term horizon, beginning with our next season in late November. Afterward, we'll begin to unpack our team's bigger, bolder, and brighter vision for the final shape, as well as the bridge we plan to build to take us all out of this darkness and into the light. Yeah, that is nothing. That is a bunch of fucking nothing. It needs to surprise us in the sense that the game needs creativity and not the same stale shit. The puzzle that was dropped this week was a perfect example. Good point, but a perfect example of what? I clearly didn't play the puzzle this week. It's the perfect point of being the same stale shit or creativity. Why do you keep asking what my moist meter is for Assassin's Creed Mirage? Brother, I dropped that game after 3 hours. It was outrageously boring for me. I didn't moist meter it. You wouldn't want me to moist meter it. I just don't like the Assassin's Creed franchise anymore. It's so fucking stale. Best game reviews are the sub 20% game reviews. Not really, man. I wouldn't have finished it. That's a worthless review. No shot. Plus, it's not, like, the game itself is not 20%. Like, it's just a game that's not for me. So I didn't finish it. It is not a game for me. What do you think about the video game the day before? Should I buy it or not? That's the beauty of it. You don't have to worry about it, because it's not real. I saw they posted something, though, the other day for it. Oh, they actually posted a lot about it last time I checked. Yeah, I got like a whole release date apparently. Maybe they did finally slap something together.
The Day Before offers a uniquely reimagined journey into post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival.
I would not, lol.
Artfully developed by Fantastic and brought to you by the publisher Mytona. The open world of The Day Before is beautiful and richly detailed, set in the present day on the U.S. East Coast, following a deadly pandemic.
It does look beautiful. Love this. Unique landscape of just going to the same shit every zombie game ever has had. Probably assets from the store they bought. It is wonderful.
The game begins after you are rescued by the survivors of the Woodbury colony, your new refuge and safe home.
From now on, the doors of Woodbury will always be open to you.
But first, you will create your
It looks like they finally
character.
did actually make a game, though. They didn't have one for the
Choose
longest
agenda,
time. It
and
was a
customize
blatant
every
scam.
detail, immersing yourself in our vision
But they
of
finally did it.
post-apocalyptic America. Woodbury's
This trailer also copied other games and trailers. Yeah, that sounds about right for them.
survivors are working to rebuild the community, constantly needing supplies, building materials, and various items. Your main task is to bring as much valuable loot as possible, and in return, you'll be rewarded with the local currency known as Woodbury coins.
Cool.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators.
Oh, I don't know. I have to really think about it, Winter.
And remember, dangers are everywhere here, ranging from the vicious infected to other players who are ready to take everything from you. We've designed survival in this world to be a thrilling experience. The weapons, which can be modified, are made with maximum realism to ensure that combat remains deep and engaging at all times. Each weapon boasts unique characteristics.
Sounds about right, Weird Luck.
As well as realistic reload.
I'm just
and
shocked they
recoil
actually made a
mechanics.
game. I thought they were just gonna keep writing off of fake footage.
Completing various community tasks also presents an opportunity to earn
They're probably
Woodbury
facing some kind of
coins.
legal
who do I
legal
see
ramifications if they didn't.
How's it going, my friends?
Woodbury coins can be exchanged for ammo, from regular to armor-piercing, weapons, protective equipment, backpacks, food, drinks, and medicines.
They've also been accused of the voice
Spa
lines
access
used
to
for the
relax,
NPCs they show
and a
being
gym to
stolen from
work
other
at.
games. Did not watch
Safeguard
Loki
your
season 2.
accumulated items by storing them in secure storage. Exchange Woodbury coins for cars to swiftly collect loot and access distant, hard-to-reach locations.
Who is this for?
You
I didn't believe this existed either, but now I know for a fact it does. There are some people out there that just want anything new to occupy time, even if it's trash. So no matter how objectively horrible a product is, there are going to be people that buy it and defend it. And that will always be the case. It's one of those incomprehensible things where it's consumed to consume and nothing else and forget about it. So they'll just buy the most generic shit ever and say like, yep, that was good. Killed 9 hours. Just what I needed it to do. So that's who it's for. This isn't a game that's going to be any good. It's very, very clearly not exactly the best game. But it's going to do fine, have some kind of community, because every game does. Looks like if Redfall was a zombie game instead of vampires. Yeah, fair. Woodbury definitely took from the Walking Dead show. Maybe, I don't know. And maybe weird, you're probably
will
right.
receive your own ranch, where you can purchase and upgrade houses, as well as install furniture and decorations. The ranch serves as your cozy, safe oasis amidst the post-apocalyptic chaos. Welcome to the next generation of post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival games.
Let's
like
go.
never before.
A lot of cool buzzwords.
Immerse yourself
Every
in the
genre.
day before.
Thanks for the membership, James.
The day before, early access December 7.
Wow, that's pretty soon. Less than a month. I am just shocked they made a game. Hats off to them. I didn't think they'd do it. I really didn't think they'd do it. We still have to see. No, this is definitely a game. They definitely did make something here this time. It's not fake footage this time. Probably some stolen stuff, sure, but there is a product here. Wait, it's an MMO? It's an MMO, everything ever kind of game. Yeah. Imagine if this game was actually good. I think there's a 0% chance of that, but yeah, who knows? December 7th, we'll see. I don't think I'll get it. I can't see myself fucking playing this for even a second, even as a fucking joke. I can rationalize spending money on Nintendo eShop scams better than I could spending it on fucking Day Before. What if they give you a review copy? Nobody gives me review copies of anything, man. No one wants me to have a review copy. They don't exactly pull punches on it, so no one gives me that shit. You literally played Modern Warfare 3. Fucking good point, actually. That is a good point. But was there titties and beer in it? No, but you did just remind me. One of the first times I ever saw titties is the wrong word because they're not in the game, but like saw the female form was actually in a wrestling game called Backyard Wrestling for the Xbox. I wonder how many of you actually played this game. They had a section in the game where it was live action, like backyard wrestling, and there were some girls doing strip teases in the game. Real people though, but they had like the live action clips in there, and I was blown away. I was like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, what is that thing? What does she have on her chest? It was a game changer for me. This was an eye-opener. Is that ICP? Yes, it is. The Juggalos were here. I remember I faked being sick one time so I could stay home and watch the girls do the strip teases. It was cool. BMX XXX did the same thing, basically Tony Hawk game with bikes and real women doing the same. It was a good strategy. I remember being 9 watching South Park when my parents were asleep and being blown away by the Girls Gone Wild commercials. Those weren't commercials. They used to just play Girls Gone Wild every night at midnight till 6 a.m. basically. It was censored, but they used to just play Girls Gone Wild. That was such a crazy time, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah. Thinking back on it, that is kind of wild. And then I remember sometimes they do the old bait and switch where it wouldn't be Girls Gone Wild, it'd be Grannies Gone Wild. just as like a practical prank. So if you were like staying up super late waiting for that, sometimes you'd just get an unlucky roll of the dice and it was the grannies one. They were fucking in space, I remember. Oh, yes! I remember that too. That was a classic. Yeah. And the censoring was like extremely well done. Like they were able to track it so well. So even when the girls were like floating around in space, gyrating and everything, like the censorship of Girls Gone Wild stuck to it like glue. I know, because I was looking at every goddamn pixel, trying to catch a sneak peek. Whoever was doing the censoring there was extremely talented. What the fuck is Granny's Gone Wild? Why are you even asking? You should immediately be able to deduce what that is. It was a spin-off they did from Girls Gone Wild, and they'd play it occasionally on like Comedy Central past midnight. I don't even know if it was a full production or if it was only a couple of clips they would show, but I do remember it. Did you really just Google it? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I do think they will spend more on that, Bob, for sure. I think there's going to be a lot more adaptations. Fun fact, Jimmy Kimmel did the censoring for Comedy Central back in the day when he was on The Man Show. Oh, I forgot about that show. And I did not know that. The creator of Girls Gone Wild has allegations of abuse. I do remember that, actually. That was a big story. That was like a decade ago now. I'm sure. I think it's on their Wikipedia page as well. Yeah. It was in 2006? Oh, actually, this is very different. There was a marketer who pled guilty for charges of failing to record the ages of its subjects. Holy shit. And then in 2008, the creators again fell into hot water. And then in 2008, again. And then in 2015, they finally settled one of the lawsuits. Holy lord. Yeah, there was a long history here with Girls Gone Wild. Damn, Comedy Central used to just pump that shit out from midnight to 6 a.m. Oh, that is a crazy one to start with HDS, yeah. That is a big intro. That Call of Duty does go crazy.